Hello there, I'm Sarah Sala. I'm the owner of the Hopshed Brewery here in Suckley. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how I've coped running my own business this year. It's obviously been a very challenging year because pubs and our bar here have been closed for long periods of time, and that's equated to about 60% of our usual revenue stream that we've not had. But luckily I've not had to face it alone because I'm a Christian. So I've had God as my Heavenly Father, my friend, and my business advisor this year. Now, running your own business is hard at the best of times, but during a pandemic and then having two primary school aged children at home or at work here with me 24 hours a day, well, I think I would have crumbled if I'd tried to do it in my own strength. One of my favourite verses is in Isaiah, and it says, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. And there have been times this year when I have been utterly exhausted and ready to throw the towel in with it all. But it's at those times that I've prayed and asked God to help me. And I've found that I've had a renewed enthusiasm and energy to carry on going. And God helps me in very practical ways too. A few months ago, we were in the middle of a brew here, and we were transferring the beer from one vessel to another, and the pump just stopped working midway through the transfer. And we couldn't work out what it was, why it had just suddenly stopped. We looked at all the usual things, couldn't work it out. And I just prayed in my head and said, God, can you just show me what is the problem here? We've got to get that beer moved into the other vessel. And I turned round and saw down in the corner of the brewery a little valve which hasn't been touched for 4 years since we set up here, had been knocked shut, so the cold water feed wasn't going to the pump. So I just opened the valve, switched it on, and it all worked again. And God's also been with me in the big decisions as well. I always pray about decisions that I'm making with the business, like, for example, when hiring staff. And I've now got a fantastic 2 people that I work with, and we make a great team. We complement each other really well, and we enjoy working together. And I'm sure God's hand was in that, in pulling us together as a team. There's obviously been an awful lot of potential to worry this year, being a business owner in the current climate. But Jesus said that we were not to worry, that we mustn't worry about what we're going to eat, what we're going to drink, what clothes we're going to wear, because we've got a Heavenly Father who knows us and loves us, and he knows what we need and he will provide for us. And I love it. He said, don't worry about tomorrow. Today's worries are enough for today. Today's troubles are enough for today. And I have been concerned about the future of the business at times, but I can honestly say that I've not worried about it because my hope is in God helping us through this difficult time. And that's not to say that I've been sitting back, putting my feet up and crossing my fingers and hoping that God will kind of pull us through and make a success of the business. Far from it. We've been planning for the future, and we've been working incredibly hard to make sure this business is a success. But I've put my faith in God that he is with me in those decisions and is helping to make this business a success. So I feel very fortunate to have that faith, and I don't know, frankly, what I would have done without it.